And the Spurs go marching on. That's right, folks. Too much joy for just one Hotspur hippie, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I had to share the love with all my split personality selves there, because we're all pumped, man. What a game, what a game. This season we've beaten the bad, we've beaten Man United, we've beaten the ugly, the dirty ugly player of Sheffield United. In the coming weeks, are we going to beat the good, or are we going to be too good for them? I'm pumped, man, I'm pumped. What a game, what a game. At some point it was looking like it was going to be one of those days at the office, but a little bit of me had some faith, especially when Ange did some proper old school substitutions, which I haven't seen at Tottenham for ages, where you think, we need a goal, I'm going to take off a defender and stick on a midfielder. That is going for the game. Now that game gives us our best start in the league since 1965. I think we're going to end up a lot better than that in a few months' time. It also gives Ange his 50th home game without defeat. Last time he was beaten was with Yokohama in November 2020. What an impressive record. What a manager. Perfect timing of the substitutions. Now I thought the first half opened really, we were quite bright in the first half. Madison and Basuma, man, where do we find these guys from? I mean, they're just an absolute pleasure to watch, aren't they? Basuma skipping in, nearly getting one off, a fine shot, good save by the Sheffield United goalkeeper, who really was on his feet, because he spent most of the game on his arse, rolling around like he's, I don't know, an advert for Booper or something like that. In fact, there was general time wasting tactics going on, and filth by Sheffield United. They parked the bus. It took us a while to break them down, but when you go toe to toe with Tottenham Hotspur, you don't have to just last 90 minutes, you've got to last 100 minutes, and that's what we did. It was so exciting. And Richarlison, you know what I really liked about Richarlison, man, was all that pressure on him, and it would have, relieved a lot of that, and he must have been happy as punch to get that goal in. A really nice, powerful header, beating the keeper. But what did he do? He didn't run around doing a pigeon, taking his shirt off. It was back to business for Richie, because he knew the game was there to be had by Tottenham Hotspur, by far the greatest football team the world has ever lived. Picked the ball out of the net, straight back down to the centre circle, set it to the spot, and off we go again. And then Richarlison laid one off for Kulu. Wonderful to see. I've just watched the game again, parts of the second half. I had to watch it again because I had to see the crowd reaction, and my oh my, the White Hart Lane faithful were in fine voice, giving all that energy to the players on the pitch, even when we were 1-0 down. The goal Sheffield scored, I mean, what can you do? I mean, these things happen. Lucky bounce, where's it going to go? Kind of in between players. Sometimes you just let in goals like that. It was against the run of play. Tottenham sure did dominate the whole match, really. I'm sure I haven't looked at the stats, but I'm sure we had more possession and all that old gubbins. But we had them by the throat, but we just couldn't get at them until Richie came up with that fine winner. Now I'm excited. This is a good start. This is a good start. Sheffield United have been proven hard to beat. Man City only beat them 2-1 as well, and I can't see Man City playing as good as us. We were dancing the ball all over the place. Mickey van der Ven and Romero were amazing as usual in defence. I can't believe some of the timing of Van der Ven's tackles. He's shown himself to be mature beyond his years, but with a razor sharp mind of a kid, and that's what you want. He's a big hulking man with the cat-like reflexes of a toddler. He's brilliant. Vicario talking about reflexes, what a save, where he kind of had to flick it out with his feet, saved us there. We can rely on our back line, can't we? And when you can rely on your back line, it gives you a platform to go out and play football. James Madison again skipping around with the football. Steve Perryman in his podcast a few days ago said that Maddison and Basuma, the football's theirs. So once they've got it, you've got a job trying to get it off them. And again, Maddison coming deep for parts of the game to just pick the ball up from defence and take it forward. I can't believe how good Yves Basuma. Pape Matar was a bit quieter, but difficult style of game when there's no flow going on. I think Pape Matar is a nice, crisp flow player, the way he intercepts the path of the ball and then springs it off to someone else. But with Sheffield United playing a lot of shenanigans and the referee not allowing the game to go, that's I'd say that's the kind of game that great Tottenham teams in the past that I've seen. Sometimes it's a struggle and frustration can creep in, and when you can't keep that creativity going, ruins momentum. But I don't know, man. I think this team could surpass that team the way we're going. The relentlessness. Like I say, you can't stop until the whistle goes against Spurs. They just never stop, man. They never stop. Referee, I thought, had a bit of a howler. Lost control of the game. It wasn't just the decisions. It was, the loss of authority. Brennan Johnson came in. I'm going to call it a goal. Why not? I don't care what the official rule book says. What a nice ball. Who was that ball from? That was from, can't remember. He got a ball through to his feet. Struggling to remember. It was a player that I wouldn't have expected to do a pass like that. Straight to Brennan Johnson's feet. Banged it in the net. Class finish, offside. But I think that shows that we're doing well for the future. Eric Dyer languishing on the bench. Okay, you've had your brief moment in the sun there, Eric. But I don't think you're going to be getting too much more action, and that really carries us into a lot of momentum for next week against those clowns down the road. We're second in the league. It's unlikely that we're going to drop down this weekend unless some team wins by 4 goals. Maybe it was Arsenal. I think maybe if they win by 4, they'll pip us. We're ahead of Liverpool. Same goal difference, 8, which is greater than our goal difference from last year. But we scored more goals, so we're better than Liverpool. It's going to be interesting. Now, updating on my predictions. If we have a look at the Hotspur hippie dreamometer here, the dreamometer, we can see that the gains points gained on last year, no change there, because I'm taking as Sheffield United came up second, so I've swapped them for the home game last year against Leeds United, which we won 4-3. So no change there, but exciting news on the pro rata front. If you divide our points by number of games and multiply it by 38, you get to a magical figure of 99. Now that's enough to win a Premier League in most years, but I'm not calling it yet. I want 6 points against Arsenal and Liverpool. 4 will be all right, but after those 2 games, I think we can really start to see the measure of this team and how far we've come, if at all. Are we just flattering to deceive? I don't think we are. I think we're going to smash the Gooners. But I tell you what, watching it, I'm feeling, like I said the other day, I'm feeling like a teenager watching Spurs at the moment. It's it was a midnight kickoff here, so I did a bit of media rounds on Irish Hotspur and We Are Tottenham TV. A lot of fun. But by the end of the game, I was exhausted. If it had gone another 5 minutes, I would have collapsed. I can't take it. I can't take the strain. But it's so nice to go to bed, put my head on that nice soft pillow and drift off into dreams of victory. So this is making me feel young again. Thanks Ange Postecoglou, thanks Tottenham Hotspur, the team, the coaches, everyone. You're giving life to this old fella. So it's onwards and upwards for Ange Postecoglou's blue and white army. Until next time, folks, peace and love, man. Peace and love, and come on you Spurs.